Before, after. Before, after. I'm going to show you how to make your student grade paint more saturated and more colorful using this. When you go to buy any kind of commercial oil paint, there's something called aluminum stearate in the tube. It's in almost every tube of paint. It is especially concentrated in tubes of student grade paint. So what is aluminum stearate? Good question. Aluminum stearate is a white wax-like powder. It's actually a metallic soap, and it dissolves into things like mineral spirits and linseed oil. So in terms of paint, what that means is that you can actually add it to paint to create different properties. What aluminum stearate does specific to oil paint is it gels up the linseed oil. So that will do a couple of different things. It makes it so that the oil will gel up. It makes it so that it will fill up with pigment faster, meaning it doesn't need as much pigment to become a paint. And it ultimately reduces the chroma and the saturation of your paint. Okay, so you're asking yourself, I didn't know this stuff was in paint to begin with. It's not like it's listed on the tubes, and I want my paint to be more colorful. I've already bought this stuff. Is there anything I can do about it? The answer is yes. This can fix that. You can take your paint and with a palette knife, spread it out onto a piece of cardboard. Let it sit for a couple minutes. After it's done sitting, you can scrape it back up, put a couple of drops of oil in it to get it to whatever consistency you'd like, and then use it. What that does is it wicks some of the oil out of your paint. Now, follow me on this. I wicked oil out and then I put oil back in. Why does that change anything? What it changes is that the oil that was wicked out most directly bonds to the aluminum stearate. Remember, that aluminum stearate gels the paint up. So it's going to remove that gel, and then you can reintroduce clean oil that doesn't have aluminum stearate to it. And wouldn't you know, when you do that, your student grade paint actually becomes closer to the consistency of artist grade paint in terms of saturation and chroma. You do lose some paint because you're putting it onto a material and then scraping it off, but you get more colorful paint. So when it comes to tinting things down and making really nice halftones, it's not a bad idea to have really saturated paint. I'm going to show you the comparison of the paint that comes out of the tube versus the paint that we put on cardboard for a couple of minutes and mix both of those with white. Before I show you those results, if you're finding this valuable and useful to you, I'd really appreciate it if you liked, subscribed, maybe share this with a friend that you think would utilize this information in their art practice as well. That small action from you helps me spread this to more people, so it's easier for me to keep making this content and provide you the information to make your materials and your artwork better. Before carding, after. That's the carded paint. That's out of the tube. Way more mobility, way more consistency in terms of it handling like a professional grade paint. Here's the result. Out of the tube, same paint carded on cardboard for a couple minutes. Out of the tube, 1-to-1 titanium white. Same thing, but that paint was carded beforehand. Look at the difference in the saturation. Before the naysayers of the snobbery artist material world come converging on me, which I am a member of, what does it matter doing all this stuff to student grade paint? Well, I would say, 15, 17, 20 years ago, I was said student grade paint student user, getting the materials that I could from the resources that provided me the information that I could, with the money that I did or didn't have. So I get it. This tube of paint was $8, and to get that tube of paint in terms of artist grade cadmium red light, you're probably looking at anywhere from say $20 to $35 or $40. And on high-end tubes of paint, you're probably looking at like $30 to $50 a tube. I understand, especially in these times, how that can break people off. So it doesn't mean that you can't use these materials in really good ways. That doesn't mean they're great materials, and it doesn't mean they'll ever live up to the expectation of really good materials. But at least we're closing the gap. So as a student, you're making your materials better. It's gonna make your work better. My thought is, you'll then want to get better materials to continue making better, longer lasting work.